Okay, so in the beginning, this woman is stealing a TV from Walmart. Go watch the video. Is stealing wrong? Absolutely, 100%. It's immoral, it's unethical, yes. Corporations, though, handle it in a way that I don't quite fully understand. So first, let's try and understand why some people would steal. Maybe it's necessity. Maybe they're trying to get food or groceries or shampoo or toothpaste for them and their families. Who knows? Maybe somebody is stealing because they suffer with an addiction and they're going to sell whatever it is they steal. There are a lot of addicts behind bars that have been charged with burglary and theft and robbery and crimes of that nature. You'll often find a possession with the intent to distribute charge along with those burglary charges. Maybe somebody is stealing because they need the adrenaline rush, makes them feel alive. And that's a psychological issue. That's not normal. And I'm not saying this to justify stealing in any way, shape, or form. Stealing is wrong. But corporations spend a lot of money on asset protection. They spend a lot of money on new technology to track assets and make sure that people aren't stealing. And I guess my question is this: if corporations are doing that, wouldn't it be better for them, for their image, for their corporation long term, for society as a whole, if instead of putting that money toward asset protection, they put that money toward other programs to actually help these people? I am a big believer that corporations should have a strong sense of social good and they should give back to their communities. I also believe people should get paid for the value of their work. For example, if you work in a very niched and highly sought after industry, you're probably going to make a lot more money than if you work in a very common and easy to teach industry. But my point is, if people aren't making enough money to live right now, especially with inflation and cost of living and rental prices being what they are right now, I feel like corporations would just have a much better public image if they put more out into social good. Maybe they start funding rehab programs. They start funding some homeless shelters in their area or some food pantries. Maybe anything that's expired, they find a way to get that to somebody who needs it. I know the whole expiration thing has some liability with it in case somebody gets sick or whatever. So I kind of get that one. But somebody who psychologically gets a thrill from stealing from corporations, maybe we put some money toward actually helping them and getting them help and finding them better coping mechanisms and better ways to get the enjoyment they want out of life. I feel like for so long, we've just been putting band-aids over the problem instead of actually getting to the root of the problem. So in my professional opinion, I only work for corporations that do a social good and that really believe in giving back to their communities, right? A lot of corporate CEOs and executives, they have a really bad image because they make a lot of money at the expense of the people below them. I would gladly go and buy products from and support a business that genuinely gives back to their community and doesn't just do it every now and then or barely at all and then claims that they do all the time. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions, but also I highly recommend reading Simon Sinek's Start With Why. He also has a TED Talk on it, but it's fantastic and it will probably change your way of thinking.